notification that we're going to do a clinic for everybody. We have a problem. We ain't got that much stuff. So this is going to be very interesting. This is their local church.
When we sin, we was separated from God.
And they're ready to hear. They want to know the truth.
Africa is the world's second largest and second most populous continent after Asia. It has been called the Dark Continent, not for the color of the native skin, but for the mystery it was to early travelers. Mozambique, located on the southeastern coast of Africa, is home to over 20 million, many of whom live without hope in poverty and disease. And its 16-year-long civil war, combined with the spreading of AIDS, has produced numerous orphans. Globe missionary Angie has been working in Mozambique since the year 2000.
Every day people usually get up really early because they walk everywhere. And your average salary a month is about $60, and that's just increased.
Together with the help of her supporters, she started a project called Beacon of Hope Africa, with the goal to help Mozambican young men and to show them that there is a hope for the future.
Beacon of Hope is a project that I have actually started for the teenagers in Mozambique. First, we can see right here that this is actually Beacon of Hope, the house. This is where the boys live. And we're in the process of remodeling or fixing it. It was coming apart. So young men come in and they learn basically the foundations is Bible, it's teaching Jesus, and how to have a personal relationship with Him.
My work I'm supposed to do is to teach them so that they can go and teach too. And they will put their life before in order so that they can go and teach other people who wants or who needs to know Jesus.
As coisas que eu aprendi acerca da Bíblia, eu aprendi como é que nós surgimos e quem é que nos criou e qual foi o nosso pecado, até que nós sejamos como pecadores.
Nos depender de nós próprios.
But as well, we want to help them further their education so that they can actually get a job and know how to keep a job and provide for themselves and be independent in the future.
The young men not only have a chance to participate in Bible, English, and health classes, but they also have an opportunity to learn valuable skills for their future.
So we get them involved in different areas of their interests, such as construction, sewing, cooking, computer training, bead making, to try to give them a skill or a trade.
Eu chamo Boa Vida, Fabião Givamo. Estou aqui na Farol há 1 ano e 10 meses. E estou aqui na Farol para vir para aprender tudo Bíblia, me ajudar na escola.
Meu nome é Abel da Silva Machado. Estou aqui na Farol há 1 ano e 10 meses. E estou aqui para estudar, aprender Bíblia e aprender inglês.
É muito, a expectativa é grande, porque se tratando dependendo de cada um, ele pode adquirir uma experiência muito grande aqui na Farol. Né? Por isso a minha expectativa é maior.
Resumir, né? Em breve.
How strong as you can? Integridade. We are men of integrity. So, nós pensar em outras pessoas? The teenagers are actually the next generation. They're the ones that are going to come up and be the new leaders for the future. And so we're trying to raise up young men to be men of God with integrity and honesty so that they can actually go out and help be the ones to change Mozambique.
Beacon of Hope is making a difference in the lives of these young men. The graduates of the program are stepping up in leadership roles. One such young man, named Popo, has been with Beacon of Hope since 2002.
This is Popo. This is my son since he was 16. and he's now 23. So his real name is Pedro dos Santos Ibia Jr., and Popo is his nickname.
She's like my mom, real mom. I've been with her since I was 16, and I love her. I feel safe with her, and it's good though.
He is definitely a representative. Everyone listens to him. He can go so much farther than I go with sharing the gospel because he is Mozambican.
With Popo's leadership, the young men learn how to worship and study the scriptures.
Acreditar, essa palavra. The biggest hope for me now to see this young man's work on Jesus and follow his ways, because Jesus is our salvation. He is our ways. We need to follow him to become a big man of Jesus and big teachers for others, because we need men teachers here in Mozambique, teach about God, about many things.
Popo has also started an outreach using soccer to tell the good news of Jesus.
Here in Mozambique, you have to have something that they like to do and use that to work with them, to share about Jesus, about the Bible, talk with them. Is for me, I see now is a soccer that I can use to talk with them.
After the game, Popo gathers the players together and shares with them how life is more than about winning.
Now I was tell them that to win is not easy, but what is important to us is to pay and show other people that we know what we do when we're in the field, and it's not all about win, but to help others to see a difference in Jesus' name.
When we come back, we head into the bush for a medical mission. And we say our goodbyes to this little piggy.
This is not good. This is not good.
All over the world's Missionographer Training Academy. It's where missions and digital filmmaking meet, and where people just like you not only learn the art, but also the heart of missions video. Enroll in our intensive 4-day workshop and you will get expert instruction on how to create inspiring video. With hands-on shooting and editing, you may even be picked to help produce a future all over the world show. Workshops are enrolling now. To find out more, go to www.aotw.tv.
Would you like to bring All Over the World to your church or ministry? You can by purchasing the All Over the World Worldview Small Group Experience. This 6-week small group curriculum features and includes 6 of our most popular programs. Watch the shows and document your own quest with your personal travel log. You and your group will experience what God is doing around the world and find out how you can join the adventure. For more information, visit www.aotw.tv.
Mozambique, like most third world countries, can be hard hit by natural disasters. In 2000, floods left nearly 1 million people homeless and forced Mozambique to rebuild much of its infrastructure. And while physical foundations are being replaced, spiritual foundations are also needing repair.
What I've seen is that a lot of people say they're Christians, but they still do witchcraft, or they still speak to the dead, their ancestors. They know what Christianity is, but they combine the two, witchcraft and that, and they put it together in the church. So you really have to speak and talk about the gospel to change that.
And changing that is what the mission of Beacon of Hope is all about.
Because this is the biggest problem here, because they just grow, school, eat, and whatever. But the truth is not like this. When we need to grow, start, go to school, work, and think about our future.
Some come in with a dream to drive a shopper. I want them to be able to be architects or doctors or lawyers or teachers, because getting into those places in the government, if we have honest young men with integrity, they can help change the corruption that we face today. So do you see how you have to answer the question?
They do now things that God wants them to do, and that's a big change I see on them.
The Hope House in Mozambique is helping the young men to know Jesus and to understand more about Jesus.
We're very big on wanting to help the youth know how to do extra things, like to have side businesses, right? So what you do is, if you can teach them, okay, here's how to take care of chickens or pigs or a garden or a store, then they can do these things in their homes. Apparently there's some kind of pig thing going around, I'm not sure what, but it's something that they're dying from. They're not contagious, it's not bad, but we need to kill the pig to be able to salvage the meat before it does die. So right now my boys are getting in the pig pen and we're gonna kill a pig. Now this is gonna be a first for me, because I usually send it to the butcher. But right now they're trying to collect the pig. No, I don't really want to see this, but they say I need to see this. And this is how it's done in Mozambique, so I guess when you're part of it, you're part of it.
Deus Senhor, nesse momento, agradecemos pela carne, lamentamos pela doença, agradecemos pela essa carne e pedimos com que as pessoas que estão aqui não se assustem no que vamos fazer. Então, nós agradecemos. Amém.
Oh, what are you doing? That's so good. Oh, it took so long. Oh, think about when I eat pork, it'll be different now. It's not just pork chops, you know what I mean? This has to happen first. Oh.
It's good. It's a meat pork. We're gonna eat it all. No problem.
So we watch them kill, gut, skin, and now they're eating the pig. I cried. And then couldn't eat lunch.
Angie is also a registered nurse, so she and the boys frequently head out to remote areas of Mozambique to bring much needed medical care.
We are in a province called Katambi. It is part of Mozambique, and it's a little, I guess you would say bush, more like bush, living than in the city. We are going right now to visit some of the families or some of the people that we once saw a couple of months ago in a clinic, and so I'm wanting to go back and check up on them. They have the expectation that we're going to do a clinic for everybody. We have a problem. We ain't got that much stuff. I thought we were coming to do a follow-up, but they think we're coming to do a clinic. So all these people are waiting to be seen because they think we're actually doing a clinic. So this is going to be very interesting. Right now what they're doing is they're explaining to them that we were not planning on doing a big clinic, that we were here to check up on what we had done, just to follow up on what we had done in the past. So what we want to do is tell them that we are coming back, Then what we'll do is talk with them and see who's really bad, and we'll check them out now, those who are really sick. But in the future, what we'll do is come back next year, come back maybe twice a year, or however often we can. It depends on people, time, money, you know, all those things with supplies. But you can see there's a need, and they want help. So a little overwhelming. We thought a few people were going to be here, and they thought there was a big clinic. So we're trying to explain to them, and then see the ones who are the worst.
Now I need to take names and age for the people that we give them the medicine, and to see what they want now and what they will want.
This is a lady that we saw when we were here for the clinic with a team that was here from Texas. She had a wound on her leg that she had not been treated since she was a baby. She'd been treated once by a doctor or a nurse. She'd never received antibiotics since she was a baby. It's left scars because it was never treated. And she said that now it's better from what we were able to do. We were able to give her antibiotics, simple amoxicillin, and it's better. And so this is actually what we came for today. So besides helping others, we are doing a follow-up, and that's what's important, is that we're able to do that. At the same time, we get to share Jesus, and we get to touch her, and Jesus can heal her, and that's what we're here for. Abriu aqui e só aqui embaixo, só, fechado. Um ano, ok. Lá dentro. E o panzequeira? I don't have enough medicine. I mean, it's reasonable, right? It's like, this is 13 meds. That's nothing. But I don't have enough to go around. It's boils, and I don't know why, but he's got them on this arm only. Yesterday he was killing a pig, answering a cell phone, sewing on the sewing machine, and today he's being the doctor. That's what it's all about. You get to help them in a physical way, and you at the same time get to help them in a spiritual way. Maybe it's one day, but you can actually come back and come back and come back, and they remember you. But you can share Jesus, even if it's in a prayer, even if it's coming back later to share the gospel. You're building relationships that are going to help them. Just like the lady we fixed, you know, we took care of her leg. She said it's better than it was. It feels so much better than it did. That makes me so happy, because that means we've helped her life now in a way that she never had help before. And so now in her older age, maybe she doesn't have to hurt as much. At the same time, she's heard the gospel.
Coming up, we take the boys home to see their families.
Our boys are extremely happy that not only are they getting to see their family, we're here to see their family with them.
And the children of Mashaba get a chance to learn more about God.
We have children, lots of children that are hungry. They want to know what's right and wrong.
Hello, I'm Ian Skelly, producer and one of the missionographers here at All Over the World. We have enjoyed bringing you along with us on all of our adventures and showing you what God is doing around the globe. Our goal is not only to challenge and inspire young people to consider missions as a life choice, but also to bless the missionaries that we feature. That is why we as missionographers provide our services, and the television stations that air all over the world donate airtime. But none of this would be possible without the help of viewers like you. Your support is vital, and it can help change the lives of so many. Will you partner with us? Your donations will help us to continue to share God's love to those who have not yet heard. And with all of us giving our time and resources, we can make a difference. So join in on the adventure by calling the number on your screen, or visit our website at www.aotw.tv. Thank you for making a difference.
Mozambique is a beautiful yet challenging country. Nearly 70% of the population lives below the poverty line, and an estimated 1.6 million children are orphans. Angie Wheeler has been working with orphans and needy children for over 7 years. And one special child in her life is Enya.
This is Enya, and Enya is hopefully very soon going to be my daughter legally. I've been taking care of Enya since she was about 1.5. Enya is a special young lady. She's a natural born leader. So God has given us a chance to be mother and daughter, but He's also got a great plan for her life. And she has a love for people, so she's going to give back to Mozambique and to anybody, anywhere, and everywhere.
Because family is important, the boys have opportunities to travel to their hometown of Milani to visit their families and friends.
A lot of times what happens is you have these kids who are in a family structure, but they may not have encouragement from their parents. They may just be seen as one of the children in the family. So lots of times we try to come to try and visit the families and see how they're doing with the boys. But as you can see, they're extremely happy, so that just makes me happy. She didn't know who it was at first, and then she sees Mashaba. Hey, ¿cómo está? This is his mom. We've made it very clear we don't want them to forget this. This is home, and this will always be home. But we also want to show them what they can meet and the goals they can set and what they can achieve. This is his brother's house?
Yeah.
And this? A lot of times you'll see they have their little space, their land, but you'll have lots of different houses on it that's family living next to family. So now we're at Junior's house. This is Junior. ¿Se puede presentar? Okay. He's gonna show us around. ¿Cómo está?
After visiting each boy's family, we took a walk to their local church.
This is an Assembly of God church. They meet 3 times a week here to have church and worship Jesus. And right now they're had a windstorm, and so there's a lot of damage to it, so they're trying to figure out how to fix it, but this is where they meet 3 times a week.
There is a big hunger to know God, and it is most obvious in the lives of little children.
Today we have Vacation Bible School. These are the kids from our community, and they've actually supposed to start at 2 o'clock and came an hour early. This is not abnormal. This is actually normal. They get so excited. This one is 5 years old, and as you can see, she has a brother, or it's actually a sister, on her back at 5 years old. I assume the parents are at home. I don't know where the parents are, and I know that they knew they were coming today to be here, but it's not uncommon to find young kids carrying around younger kids and going to play, and their parents don't know where they're at.
I like VBS because I think now I don't live for myself, but I live for Jesus. So everything He wants, I have to do, and I do that with love.
As you can see, we have children, lots of children that are hungry. They want to know what's right and wrong. A lot of times they're off by themselves and they don't have anything to do, so they get into trouble. But we have children who come here often for VBS or other projects or outreaches that we do, and they're ready to hear. They want to know the truth. The deal is we need people to come. You have a harvest field here ready to be reaped.
And it is a ready harvest. The children of Mozambique are eager to hear about the love of Jesus, and their hearts are open to the truth. But the needs can be overwhelming.
I seem to feel more overwhelmed after or during our times of outreach because I see the need in a bigger way. I see the need for the children, and knowing that there's not much I can do. I can do Vacation Bible School 4 times a year, and I'm sharing the gospel and I'm blessing children, but there's more we could do. we could do so much with these young children that would have something that our boys didn't have. And we can give back to our community by doing this. But we need workers. We need finances to do this. We have so many ideas and so many ways to help in the physical, at the same time be able to help in the spiritual. But we need people to come here to help us in finances, to be able to do the work here that we are supposed to do for Jesus.
Angie and Beacon of Hope are making a difference in the lives of African young people.
I consider it an honor and a privilege that God asked me to do this. It's not easy, it's very hard, but it's worth it. And I think that we're going to change a new generation. This is changing the generations of Mozambique. I think that we're breaking, generational curses, generational ties that they have a hope for the future, and they didn't have it before.
And while missions can be the toughest challenge, it can also be the greatest adventure.
God calls a lot of people different places. He may call you to the nations. He may call you to do short-term trips. At the same time, he may call you long-term. And he may call you to pray. But experience it. Experience life around the world. Go on short-term mission trips. Go on long-term. Go on year terms, whatever, because it changes your life. And at the same time, you change other people's lives.
We need to focus on everything we need to do. We need to give our heart and always to Jesus and to other people.
I'm really glad that we've had this opportunity to show you the youth and their lives, where they've come from, where they're going, the future that they have, and to see the harvest that's ready to be reaped here in Mozambique amongst the teenagers as well as amongst the children, and the fun that we have on a day-to-day basis. I want to thank you all. I want to thank Globe International specifically, as well as the Christian TV network, for this opportunity to show Mozambique and the teenagers and what we do here in Mozambique. I also want to thank all of our supporters. Thank you very much for the prayers that you do give us, the prayers you do for us daily, as well as for the finances so that we can actually do the work God's called us to do here in Mozambique.
Would you like to join the adventure? Then visit our website at www.aotw.tv. We are looking for young people who have a heart for the lost and are reaching the world with the gospel of Christ. All Over the World is now looking for feature producers. If you have a talent in media production and would like to join the All Over the World production team, then visit us online and become a part of a national, award-winning television series. Visit www.aotw.tv to register. Use your talents to help missionaries around the world.